lahat mga kaliga. We welcome you to the coverage of our second game of our Tuesday triple header here at the Paco Arena in Manila City. This is Javi Balanya, joined by Coach Mike Perez. At courtside, we have Ms. Mika Abesames, Zamboanga and Biñan. Both teams from the South Division looking for a victory here tonight in a very important matchup. Nangyari sa kanila against Basilan.
Oo, totoo yan. And it was so slow a start na isang player lang ang nakakuha ng double-digit performance doon. And his percentage pretty much solid from the perimeter. Nice pass.
Baseline throw-in leads to that reverse by Abdul Sawat. Lastimosa leans in for that floater. Wala. Gimpayan will do the same. This time it bounces in para sa Biñan.
Palagi sinasabi na si Gimpayan, hindi niya kailangan ng box out. Sa taas ng lundag. Nice pass.
Sa haba ng kamay, but that guy, Kenny Roca Curva, he does have some long limbs as well. And
for him to perform that way, talagang sayang, nga.
They move the ball from left to right. Lastimosa is the beneficiary of some good ball movement, as well as Mike Maestre. Pingris inside, Lastimosa. That's another easy bucket inside para kay Carlo.
And I like that. And really, you gotta contend with the paint defenders, even the perimeter defenders of itong Biñan. For themselves with the experience and the teams that they've handled. You see Mike Maestre knocking down that three of another pass coming off the post, including si Capobres.
Sawat scoops with the left. No, Una with the tip. Right back at him. Third serving. Follows through. Right there. We'll wait for his troops. Hands it off to Gabat. Reg will try again with that reverse. This time, he makes it.
No, you love the downhill action of Abdul Sawat and just pitching significant yung laki ng separation with Basilan.
So, Sena almost traveled there. Go ahead, Coach, you were saying?
No, I was going to say, if your threes are not going in and you don't have your fast break game.
A close game. Gabat could not score inside. Quite a wild shot there coming from Reg. Roca Curva just comes barging in and scores. What a basket there by Kenny Roca Curva. Oh. Lose it again. Zamboanga piling up turnovers. Roca Curva leaves it for Gimpayan.
Probably two of the dangerous guys in open floor.
Trying to take Pamboy down to the block. The drop step. Chino Mosqueda gets the basket plus the foul.
And with nothing going from the outside, especially after getting...
At the clock. Marami pang oras sa shot clock nito ng Biñan. Lastimosa gets by Credo. Roca Curva gets ahead of his defender and finishes off the glass. Are, crossover to the middle. Handoff. Kawilan off the bank.
That is one guy that they definitely got.
Una sets the roadblock. Jason will go for the shot beyond the arc. That's a big trifecta for Jason Credo. Are already ready to release those oohs and ahs. Are with a hand in his face. No problem for the former Rizal Golden Cooler.
For Zamboanga, especially sa mga action na involving si Kenny Roca.
Now we begin the third quarter here. The second half sees JP Kawilan opening up scoring festivities with the Pamboy Raimundo. Back to Carlo. Lastimosa, nobody stopping him there.
A tale of different attacks down the cup. I felt JP.
Hard to the basket, misses on the layup. Roca Curva gets past JP Kawilan and gets the foul. Basket and one para kay Kenny Roca Curva.
Lahat na itapos mo pa rin na maayos yun.
Well, he's trying to go for 1,000 points, trying to be the 60th player in the MPBL to enter that club. Meanwhile,
and quite a surprise shot attempt for James.
Roca Curva, that's another basket. He's 8 points away from 1,000.
I don't know about
that pass again. Raimundo, a little cross jab, back to Warren. Bonifacio, 18-footer is good.
That was a perfect setup, if you ask me. Warren
had a good personal run in the second quarter. Sawat able to knock it down.
He's got to get involved real quick, right?
Gets it back. Chino drives against Bam Lopez. Gives it to Abdul Sawat. That's the action they love to run.
The slot guys will actually exit out downhill.
And they love to set it up for Abdul Sawat, but here JJ Pido does not need anybody else. For the guys in white. They go to the left side. Maestre frees himself up from the defense of Med Salim.
Too easy.
Big factor in that huge run by Zamboanga at that point of the season.
Definitely.
English testing the defense. Fellow veteran James Sena. That's all there is to it. Friendly competition between these two hardened veterans.
But dito, no? So, you know, he just recognizes that
he's much more deliberate. That's because he's also smarter. He's also wiser as a player.
Yes. Somebody's got a flair here.
Mosqueda spins away from the defense. Goes to James Sena, who finally hits near the free throw line.
I say that was Chino Mosqueda all the way.
It is all about fast-tracking their development at this point of the season because of those losses for Zamboanga. Thank you, Mika, for that report. Quarter scoring on your screens here. Nobody.
Oh, actually, palitan lang ng scoring dito eh. 18 in the third quarter para sa Biñan, 12 naman para dito sa Zamboanga. And pretty much, that's been the trend. You get the first quarter na yan, and in the playoffs, games are slower. It's more tactical. You're in a microscope. Everybody's looking at you at every game. And the good adjusting coaches and the team that quickly morphs into how they want to perform. Naturally, would
Pamboy Raimundo answering the call. 5 points in the game for Jason Credo. His team down by 6.
Oh, wow.
Curva. What a drop off to Waray Gimpayan. The basket plus the foul para kay Jaymar.
And much as every...
That's just not falling yet here for Zamboanga, but they get the steal. Touch passing for the Sikat. It ends up in an Una basket.
Ganda talaga ng mga reads ni Chino.
Can Zamboanga get a basket? They need one badly. Mosqueda down low. Una gets the score. What a play by Chino Mosqueda.
You knew from the get.
The drop off. Una still no go. Oh my goodness. The misses piling up from the field, from the free throw line. It has plagued Zamboanga here more so in the fourth quarter.
Biggest man that side of the floor. As the defense really got preoccupied, Fingers had to commit. Leaves it over for James. That finger roll though, not deciding to go in. And who gets that defensive rebound? The smallest Biñan player. Missed free throws naman sa side ng Biñan.
Raimundo takes care of the Silan, Are, and Capobres on the floor. Una able to receive. James Una this time against 2 defenders, able to convert, and he makes this a 4-point game. Biñan inbounding from the side. Lastimosa at it there. Quick foul given up by Chino Mosqueda. The second chipped off of that game clock. There you see Miss Lea Lastimosa. Carlo gets the trickle in. That timeouts para sa kanila. Are throws it to Kawilan. JP for 3. Nope. Are with the offensive rebound. He goes for the 3-point shot. That's a foul against Pamboy Raimundo. Wala na yatang challenge.
Challenge, but they got to review this.
Bound and get the shot. They could snatch this game away from Biñan, but that's just going to do it.
Zamboanga's lost against Basilan. They did not shoot the ball well from the field, from the line. They get out rebounded. They get out assisted. They had more points in the paints, but the only difference is that their bench produced
60-56 ang ating final score. Kenny Rocacurva is at courtside with Mika Besames.